Setsucon 2023, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Setsucon was an anime convention held from January 13th through 15th, 2023 at the Blair County Convention Center in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Setsucon's coming off a big 2022. Let's see how they did. For the good, Setsucon's panel process is relatively straightforward. If you are a returning panelist and they take another panel from you the next year, you get a code to register for free. A lot of conventions are making it harder to panel or requiring multiple panels to get refunded or get a badge. Setsucon has kept it simple. Even as a new panelist, it's not that hard to panel here. They do process refunds very, very quickly. Setsucon had a great Friday crowd with a lot of people showing up early to get their badges and begin participating in the convention. Setsucon had a good Friday schedule considering the limited amount of hours they were open. They offered a little bit of content for everyone, and it was well done. I like that there was less schedule gaps than last year. Yes, they did keep gaps between panels to allow the room to transition to the next panelist, but usually there was other content going on during this time, so this downtime was not noticeable. Setsucon had always run its video game room in-house. This year they brought in a professional group to do it and the results showed. It was a very slick effort, professionally done, and was a good decision. Setsucon's vendor's room was again impressive this year. This was the second year they had it downstairs. It is a combination of a dealer's room and artist's alley. They had a wide selection of merchandise that could fit just about everyone's needs. I like the location of the food court this year. It was in the back of the dealer's room. There was one minor problem with it we'll talk about later, however. I like Setsucon's crowd distribution again this year. A lot of people could be downstairs, but you could still easily walk around the upstairs for the most part, which means you can easily get to your panel rooms, your main event rooms, and your video game room. What impressed me again this year was the car show. It really, really does attract attendees. They had some really cool cars down there. The Sailor Moon Camaro really caught my eye, and I absolutely loved it. For the bad, Setsucon really didn't have anything that was that bad. Good job, Setsucon. For the ugly, what should have been better? Unfortunately, the popularity of the Maid Cafe caused traffic issues in the convention's back hallway. This led to issues accessing workshops, panels 3, viewings, and the manga library. This can be fixed for next year. Setsucon did have some problems with panels depth this year. They did a much better job filling out the schedule, but some of the panelists were very painfully new and very green at presenting. Sometimes you had panels run really short, sometimes you had PowerPoints that were not up to snuff. Fortunately, these panelists should be able to evolve and get better over time. Setsucon on Saturday afternoon into the evening I thought had a content depth issue. You either had to be really interested in cosplay or really interested in music. One or two other content panels could have really reinforced the schedule during this time. There was a dining accessibility issue Saturday night. The food court closed when the dealer's room closed at 6 p.m. What I would like to see the convention do is team up with the convention center, try to have some sort of food cart that's maybe available till 8 p.m. or 9 p.m., and try to keep it basic, maybe just the hamburger, the hot dog, and soda, and I think that would keep a lot of people on site, because you really don't want to leave during the convention. Overall, Setsucon had another solid year. A lot of the problems I had this year are easily fixable, such as the Maid Cafe will be moved to another room, and that will fix a lot of crowding and line issues. But I'm giving the convention a split decision from me in terms of its grade this year. It can either be a B or a B+. I end up at the B for the Saturday programming. They needed 2 more solid quality panels to get to the B+, and some of the panel cancellations throughout the weekend did start to add up. You end up at the B+ for the video game room, the vendor's room, and the overall quality of the convention and how it continues to improve and evolve. If someone came back to the con after not attending for 5 years, they would be shocked at how good Setsucon has become. Thanks for watching.